Good afternoon, everyone. Hopefully, everyone had a good week. Thank you for joining us this Friday. Let me go ahead and bring in the guys. Hey, Mike.
What up?
Hey, guys.
Hey, Eric.
How are you?
Good. How's your week, Eric?
Great, man. Actually, this week was actually better than the last one.
Nice.
Good. It went by pretty quickly. Was able to have a productive week with my kids in school. Didn't have to get anyone out because of COVID. So fantastic.
That's good to go.
Nice.
Fantastic. Mike, what about you, sir?
Yeah, mine was good too. I appreciate it. Got some work stuff happening and picked up a new old client. So that was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. You love it when they come back for the first time.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
So normally when we Eric, so this is your second time joining the show.
Yes.
Usually what we do is that we'll go around and say, hey, this is what we did the previous week. But I know behind the scenes that everyone's been so busy this week, they hadn't had time to work on this week's project, which is Cthulhu. But what we decided to do today, guys, for everyone who is in, is that we will kind of do like a walkthrough with Eric, kind of look at some of his process. Eric is one of the go-to guys for creating Marvel and hero-esque characters. So be able to have him talk through some of his process while we have you guys on. And then we'll get started and continue to work on Cthulhu. I know Mike might work on Cthulhu while Eric goes through some of his stuff, and I will pass over any questions. So if anyone didn't have an opportunity last week we worked out some of our technical issues, you can actually see Eric. He's really here with us today. And we have opportunity to really go through and talk through some of his process. So he has some, if you've been following his social media this week, there's been some cool projects that he's shown. And, I want to ask him some questions about that. And I'm sure Mike would like to ask some questions about it too. So let's pencils up, guys, and let's start to kick this off tonight.
Do it.
Cool.
Good. So I'm gonna for a second, I'm gonna make you give you the big screen, Eric.
Right.
as we get some eyes on you. But what do you? So one thing I thought was really cool when I personally saw this on social media is you do really great details and face details and really dynamic looks, but like there was something that was a little extra nice with your face design on this Wolverine. I don't know if there's something that you've done differently, but it looks more realistic than what I've seen you do recently, and I'm just curious about what that process was like.
Okay, cool. So basically, what I did is that I was actually approached by a company called 3D Scan Store. And the owner, Jamie, he's really cool. And I've been buying, their stuff like for reference for quite a few years now. And what I do is that I actually use an older version of ZBrush and view their models, and that helps me. Even though most of the stuff that I do is not realistic, it helps a lot for to be used as a tool for reference. So basically with this character, they approached me and they said, hey, we want you to turn one of our skinny guys, which already the models already, they're actual scans of humans, of real people. And they told me, like, I want you to turn this guy into an Uberman, like a superhero, So just do your thing and have fun. So that was it. There was no other rules or anything. Just do what you want. So the cool thing about these models is, as you can tell, if you zoom in, you can see that they have tons of obviously realistic textures and pores and everything, because it's actually a real person. So you can see like the stubble and everything. It captures everything. Their technology is really good. But this is what the guy looked like in the beginning. Right here. Hold on. There it is.
Nice. So you really didn't do anything. You just kind of took that and you just kind of posed him a little bit.
I just posed it. That's it.
Nice. And you get paid for that, which is a nice gig.
Yeah, it's actually a great gig. They just pay me to pose a guy and call it a day.
Awesome.
So
does
yeah.
that 3D scan already have subdivisions built into it, or did you have to recreate things?
No, this scan actually does have subdivisions built in, so you can see that you can go all the way down to like 1, and it's like the topology is great, man. Let me show you. Let's see if it shows it. Yeah, there you go. The
Nice.
topology is like beautiful. So it's what I did is that, you know, besides like bulking this guy up and adding all the anatomy and basically redoing everything, even like the hands have to be redone. The only thing that I think was left that was probably his nipples and his belly button. Maybe his ears. I just made them a little bit bigger. Everything else got changed dramatically, as you can tell. So, so the thing with this is that, you know, I did this exercise just like I said, just to see how far I could take the mesh without really messing up the textures and things like that. And honestly, this pose, anyone will tell you that, you know, like a kneeling pose, like, you know, like, you know, basically hunched over and everything. It's tough because I had to re-sculpt everything. You can see here that I started messing up the, like, you know, all the polygons and everything. So, but that's going to get fixed. That's going to be remeshed and fixed. So everything just works perfectly. Right. So again, this is just for me as a test. And to be honest, I already have people that want to buy this, which is really cool. And this is like, this looks, it's called Savage Man, you know, it's not even Wolverine, but yeah, I mean, it looks like, you know, like Wolverine, but it's not Wolverine. So he's not going to have claws or the suit or anything. So he's just some creepy looking guy, you know. If anything, we might even change the hair or whatever. This is just like a stand-in. That's it. So, but yeah, man, it's been really fun just playing with that and then trying to, you know, lately I've been seeing that there's these guys that are doing like incredible work, right? And I'm like, you know, I have to step up my game. So I've been hitting like, you know, the anatomy books more and doing a lot of stuff just to like get the presentation of my anatomy to look a little bit more natural, you know?
Okay.
But without you know, without it looking realistic. So as you can tell, this is not realistic by any means, but it's, you know, it's very stylized, but still for me it works. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it looks
Awesome,
really cool.
man. Yeah, very cool.
Thank you. So I just you know, I just picked up some stuff and added it here and there, and I'm still working on the back and things. So it's getting there. It'll get there soon.
Diaz says that you use the inflate bubble.
No, actually, what I did. This is what I do. You guys want me to show you?
Yeah, do a demo. That would be awesome.
So basically, what I do, the first thing I do is let's say I already had everything. Like, you know, let's say I have his eyes here. No, those are not his eyes here. Okay, so what I do is that I'll basically just do the transpose thing. Go in here. Transpose, there you go. Add symmetry, go to mass lasso, and do this. The first rule of Fight Club. No. Oh, you know what? Eyelashes are back here. I don't know what happened there, but anyway. So this is what I do. I just basically make, doesn't have to be perfect, but I just basically isolate the head, skull, and all I do is
press inflate.
It's inflate. That's it. Anyway.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. We'll get to go home.
Wait. What's going on? Hold on. Let me fix this. Okay. So basically, all I do is I'm going to go local symmetries on. Okay. I just do this. I just make the head like maybe a good 15% smaller. And just by doing that, look, his body already changed. He looks a lot bigger and stronger. This is what he looked like. Now he looks bigger, you know? So
nice little superhero insider trick.
Yeah, that's it. And then I don't do inflate because if I do, it messes up it could mess up the topology. So I try to avoid that as much as possible. But you know what I do is that I just basically pull So I use snake hook. I don't know if that's advisable, but I like snake hook because it's
Do you
just,
turn down the intensity on the snake hook?
no, I'm just used to
Interesting.
He just controls that pin pressure.
For real.
just use the control the pin pressure. That's it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I always have to turn it down. If not, I will have like tentacles.
Yeah, my thing shoots out in different directions if I don't.
That.
So I don't know if we asked you this last week, but what are your favorite sculpting tools in ZBrush? Your favorite brushes?
Okay, so for sure I have quite a few here, but realistically speaking, I only use clay buildup, clay fill. I made this one, clay muscles, which is really easy to make. It's basically a clay buildup with this diamond or square alpha, which I don't know which number it is. It's alpha 18. That's it. It's alpha 18.
And do you use that to cut in instead of the dam standard?
So basically I do use dam standard for organic cuts. Like for example, if I wanted to do this and make it more obvious, I can do that.
So what do you use the custom brush to do?
So I use that one. So if I were to use regular clay buildup, it's pretty flat, right? And it's nice though to bridge like subtle gaps that create, I have this gap that's pretty subtle. It's not so huge, and basically I can fill in and start shaping and everything, which is really cool. But I'm the kind of guy that a lot of the stuff that I do needs to be done really quickly. A lot of the projects I do, so I created the clay muscles, which is basically build up with brush alpha, like I said, 18, and then this is the difference. This is what it does. It builds with more volume.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh,
and it's beautiful, man.
Yeah, dude.
That should be called the Erick Sosa muscle brush.
That 100%.
There it is, 100%, and that's what it's gonna be. That's what
it's gonna be called on my palette when I totally rip that brush off. Yep, the Erick Sosa brush.
I'm gonna sell that on Gumroad.
Dude, that's dope.
Okay, so anyway, so you guys know how to make it. It's easy. Then if you go to brush, it's just a neat little trick. I mean, it's not it's not like a grail of knowledge or anything. It's just you just go to depth, and then you just like this is the your brush is like regular depth, and you can go up higher. It's in average is like I think 20, 22, but I'll go up to like maybe 25, 27, and then it builds with even more. The build is a lot bigger. Like so, basically, it builds up. Yeah. It's a lot more bulky, so
nice.
That's beautiful. So you don't have to like do so many strokes. You just do one and boom.
Heck yeah, man. That's a pro tip right there.
Yeah, and that's how I do so I can just build this guy really quickly right here if you guys want to see. So I'll just
let me
actually
ask
have
you this.
someone saying sculpt, Eric. Sculpt.
There you go. Run Forrest. Do you like having poly paint on when you sculpt in the early stages? I mean, I know that this guy already had poly paint.
That's the only thing. I don't know how to remove the poly paint on this because basically, I can. I just have to delete the.
Well, what? Just if you turn off your brush, once you lose the poly paint, like next to the eyeball, the little brush.
It's actually off.
I wonder if they have the texture turned on.
It's set to a texture.
Yeah.
Because so if you go.
So
if you go to the texture and turn that off, it'll be.
Oh, you can turn it off. Ooh.
Yeah. Go to texture.
All right, so I go to
texture map.
Yeah.
Texture map. Keep going down. There it is.
Oh,
and then just turn it off.
Now turn the eyeball off, I believe.
Yeah. Now turn off that brush, and you should be good because it's probably baked and on. No, not the eyeball.
I'm sorry. The brush. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's actually the brush. Oh,
there it is.
You guys are awesome. Thank you.
See, a
tip for a tip. All right, we're gonna earn them tonight. Give us another tip. We'll give you another tip. We'll trade all night.
Boom.
I basically made this guy without everything was poly paint. All right, thank you guys. I just owe you big. So anyway,
hashtag Stylus League.
There you go. There you go.
Hashtag Erick Sosa.
And if you need to see that tonight, it'll be loaded up for your rewatching
There you go. So see what I'm doing
Thanks.
right here? I'm just basically, this is basically what I'm doing. So I'm just, no, don't do that. No, I don't want you to do that. So basically, this is what I do. Okay, so I'm just making him a little bit bigger. All right, and then just gonna, make his waist a little bit tinier. And then I'm gonna sculpt a little happy tree here. No, I'm kidding. No, and, that's it. And
Happy abs.
yeah, there you go. And then once you relax it a little bit, everything goes back to normal. See, everything's symmetrical again. So, and then I use this brush, which is not inflate, it's magnify. Magnify kind of respects your topology a little bit better. You see? It doesn't really destroy it. Yeah,
I've never really messed with magnify.
Magnify is awesome, guys. You need to buy it.
Nice.
Go to ericksosa.com. Okay, no.
Nice.
There, and that's it. And then I can just do my thing really quickly. I'm telling you, this is
Dude, that made a massive difference already. You just saved me like so many hours on my.
I know.
On my.
You're welcome, my friend.
My blockouts. Yeah, dude.
I give you a tip. All right, so.
See?
Yeah. There you go.
Dope, dude. How long do you stay on the lower subdivision levels before you have to?
For as long as I can, until like I have the main shapes done to a point where I'm happy. Yeah. So there's no need for me to go to anything higher than, subdivision 1, to be honest.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So all I do, if you notice, like all I'm doing is exaggerating the curvatures that are already naturally in the body. So like this guy already had this, so all I'm doing is accentuating those. And I know he looks weird. Don't worry about it. I can always smooth out. And then like same thing with this. I'm just hitting like the edge of the model. If you look at it, I'm just doing that. I'm developing a silhouette that looks cool.
Yeah,
that's it.
Nice. Yeah, I can tell your thumbnail view is. Your thumbnail view is small, but I can see that silhouette coming along really nicely anyway. Now, did you know, you probably already know this, but you can just drag the lower corner of that thumbnail and make it larger just to see the silhouette better? The upper left-hand corner?
You mean this one? Yeah.
Yeah. So that already, dude, that silhouette is all that.
Yeah, so
nice.
Sometimes I do this, manually move things around a little bit. It's okay. It doesn't really affect the rest of it. My grandma's calling me, guys. Sorry. Grandma. She's always calling me just see how I'm doing. Like, have you drank enough water? And she's really cool.
Nice.
All right. So anyways.
Say what big eyes you have from Mike T.
Right, so there. See? And already he looks like
man,
pretty big. That's it. And then you can mess with with the posts. I don't like these like poses, when I do something, I like to start seeing some action in terms of like the overall post, so it looks a little cool, like anime poses or whatever. So I like to open the legs more. Oh my god! So he's like, so it's inspiring to see as I'm building him. I can see that he's coming along. I can see that he's got this attitude of a superhero. He's standing straight, legs, open, everything that's it. So hold on, this thing is actually saving.
So if anyone have any questions while Eric is going through, please send it, shoot it in a message, and I'll send it over to him as he's demonstrating. So now's the time. He's giving out jewels tonight, everyone. He's giving out jewels.
That's right. Facts.
Before they show up on Gumroad when you have to pay for them.
The thing is that, for example, you said you have the gizmo and you have it like that. It's really big. What I do is I just zoom in, so it's almost like a ball joint like that, and that way I know that the axis is okay. It's decent. See? Everything's within this ball. So now what I'm gonna do, got to see that this works. I'm just gonna do that. Okay. Then if I want to move things, move the feet, open them up a little bit more, just lightly, just for the sake of making him look, a little cool in terms of the pose, like more like a gunslinger, like, go ahead and make my day kind of thing. So, and then one thing I do, and I'm known for that, and I know a lot of people don't like that, and I'm sorry, but I just love it. I love anatomy. Human anatomy is amazing. It's beautiful. Like, just anatomy in general. But I like to exaggerate things a lot. So, for example, I grab this point of the shin and I do this slightly. If you look at, Jack Kirby and, people, that draw comics, they usually do that. They give that curvature to their limbs and stuff.
Yeah.
If you look at the work of the Schiffler brothers, if you look at the work of Simon Bisley, that's what they do. For example, the Schiffler brothers would do this. I hope. So, so it just makes it more dynamic looking.
Yeah.
Another thing is that, let's see, right now I'm just going to take this off. He's got his pretty eyes right there. Seems like he's like, blinking. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is go back to T-pose. And this is another thing that I do. I don't like that. What's going on right there? So what I'm going to do, oh, wait, symmetry, forget. You have to activate it every time. Boom. Okay, so then I'll just do something like this. I'm just going to soften this and then just rotate. Boom, like that. You're like, what is he doing? He is insane. Well, you'll see. And then I'll just do this. You're like, what's going on with this guy? All right, so then I like to do this right here at the waist. Well, I'll do this right here. The yellow part, the center, it's right at the middle in between the core of the body. So I'll just do this. Okay. And then, because we have another joint here, which is by the rib cage, then I do this. Boom, curvature once again. Okay. And then here, what I do is this. And I move this. I just gotta, okay, soften that a little bit. Maybe here, right here. And then just, there's gonna be some adjusting, obviously, that I have to do. And maybe a little bit of neck. So there's a little bit of deform. Ah, no. Sorry, guys. Let's see if that. Okay, there it is. Sorry. Okay. All right. So you see already the post is looking a little bit better.
Yeah.
So one thing I do, sometimes I cheat because I'm just lazy. So I just do this. Boom. Like that. But the feet look weird. So what are we going to do about the feet? Well, we do this.
Cut them off.
Notice that I'm not doing this like straight. Notice where I'm actually doing, creating the mask like this. Then I go down, boom, like an action figure. I'm respecting the ankles. See that as much as I can. Hold on. All right, so do that. That's it. And if I want to move the arms and just make them a little bit more interesting, most of the pose, I'll just do this. Right there. Yeah, I might mask this a little bit more, soften a little bit, and then just do my thing again. That's it. Now, if he had fists, he would already look like Superman. He'd look cool.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But that's it. And then if I want to, like, make this a little bit bigger, I do. Boom, 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 boom. Just don't do it in the middle. Try to do it according to the silhouette, or the silhouette of the overall thing. Like right now, like here I messed up, but it's okay. That's a cool thing about this software that lets you, you can either like just soften things a little bit, push them in or whatever. Okay. Now the feet look a little weird and tiny, so we can do this with local symmetry on. Basically, we can just do this. Just make them a little bit bigger. And then maybe I'll just adjust this. Just to make them
Do you always do all of your sculpting with the default perspective on?
No. As a matter of fact, I set this before we started. So I go to perspective, I turn off the camera thing, and I go to dynamic perspective, and then go to 28.6, which is basically the same focal, level that your eyes have, human eyes have. And that's the closest thing you can get in ZBrush as to if you want to look at a real object or a real person, that's how your eyes would perceive the person. So it's not as deformed as when you have it, like, say, like that. It's that's a little bit, that's not really accurate. So this is the most accurate according to
Wikipedia.
No, not Wikipedia. Who's the sculptor that I took a class with him? It's not Scott Eaton. It's
Andrew Cars.
Andrew Cars, yeah, he's the one that actually told me that. So really cool.
Nice.
So he's like, yeah, man, just do that, and he taught us. So anyway, and then
the gem.
Yeah, and then you can keep exaggerating, or like lately I've been making my bodies way more exaggerated, like borderline cartoony, or like the deltoids are huge and everything, but I can do like really natural, organic, sculpting. It's just that's what people like. So it's cool. And I love it too. So whatever. So there you go. Go to that. And there you have your Ubermensch. That's it.
Nice.
There you go.
Bradley, did anybody have any questions while Eric was doing that?
So they had one question came through, Eric, and they would like to know, who are your biggest influences?
I would say there's constant influences. I just I'll check out like Instagram or just like I don't know, like I'll go to what's it called, Pinterest, or I'll go to ArtStation, and there's always someone making amazing stuff. So I have a collection of hundreds of artists, worldwide, that that I just basically, when I want to do something or basically learn how they do something, I start studying as much as they have on, say like a smile, or how they do like a pose, a lot of dynamic elements or whatever. So that's what I do. But in terms of the people I like the most, I would say one of the people that have influenced me a lot is a lot of Japanese sculptors like Takayuki Takeya, Yasushi Nirasawa. I forget the name of the sculptor that did this. Akihito, I think. No, it's not Akihito. No, forget his name. But he sculpted this thing. This is one of the most perfect sculpts of a super buff guy you will ever find, ever. I would say I would say that no one's ever come close to sculpting something like this. And this is all sculpted.
Wow.
This guy's incredible. So it's called Denim by the company Horizon, that now defunct company. But you can find them on eBay constantly. I keep buying them on eBay. So I just don't want to make. I just don't want to make a mistake. And sometimes people come over to my studio, and sometimes I just give things away. And sometimes I realize, like, oh my gosh, what happened to that Denim kit that I had? So
that was the last one you had.
I keep buying them, so just in case.
Nice.
But you can find them for $50, $80, whatever. But it's the best $80 you'll spend. Another guy would be Simon Bisley, definitely. Mm-hmm. Simon Bisley. The Shiflett brothers. And I would say for sure William Harbottle. He's incredible with his faces, and everything he does, everything's perfect. But he's just like very inspiring. And I could just go on. The list goes on. Eris Colacontes. I own his stuff. Just all the guys over at Clover Studio in Japan. They do a lot of things like this. A lot of dynamic style. Imbued into them. So there's so many sculptors that I couldn't even begin to tell you how many of them have inspired me. So, but yeah, there's just way too many.
Nice.
Yeah.
And to the artists too, man. To the artists, like Jim Lee's been one of my biggest inspirations as well. Joe Mad.
It was.
Yeah.
I see now I was going to say that was the one I would think you would name off the top, because whenever I look at your sculptures, I really think of Madureira,
Yeah, actually, just so you know, little known fact is that I like Joe's stuff, and I think he does things in his own style, and it's really cool, and it's very reminiscent of 90s anime and stuff like that. But Joe actually got a lot of inspiration from two guys that designed for Capcom in the early, in the late 80s and till today. Akiman and what's the other guy? I forgot his name. And Bengus. Those guys are my inspiration for a lot of the stuff that I do. So that's where he got his inspiration as well. And then I found out about him, and he filtered all that information and made it his own. So even though a lot of his stuff is very reminiscent of their style, he's on a league of his own. No pun intended, because I'm here with Stylus. Anyway, so but yeah, it's he inspired me a lot. It's he's incredible.
Let's see. B says he was fixated on what he was moving. I didn't realize it was him. And just got dope. And there was one more piece you were working on before we got in too. I was want to ask you some questions on that.
You mean this one? Let me see. This one. Let's see what this is. Yeah.
Just so Batman is the greatest insane person that ever lived.
Yeah, I'm still working on a lot of anatomical issues, but it's getting there.
Dude, speaking of Batman, the new Titans is off of the chain. Like, I always liked the Titans show. It's now on HBO. Oh. And the new season is great. They just introduced what's the kid's name? Tim Drake this week.
Oh, wow.
So very cool.
I've never watched it, but yeah, I'll check it out.
Oh, dude, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah, so that's basically it, guys. I don't know if you guys have any questions or
Yeah, please shoot them through, and I'll get them over. Quite a few people watching us tonight, and they're silently lurking.
Nice.
One thing that I've noticed in the industry is, like, a lot of people don't talk about rates, and a lot of up and coming artists, like, sometimes they wonder, like, oh, how much should I charge and stuff like that. And honestly, I have no issue with talking about those things, but I understand that some established artists don't like it when people talk about that. But I think it's important to talk about those things, because if we don't, then up and coming artists or new artists, like, they'll make mistakes, and then that drives the rates to plummet, as opposed to, like, companies realizing that they can pay us better because it's fair and it's good for everybody, it's a bad thing. So I say, like, if you can ever help someone, you don't have to make it, a public post, but we should be willing to share that information. I mean, you can generalize. You don't have to say like, oh, I charge Mattel, 10 grand for this, but you can say, hey, man, charge like, $800, $1,000 an inch, even if it's digital. Obviously, I'm not even talking traditional anymore. So things like that, that helps people a lot. So anyway.
Yeah, on the 2D side, just to dovetail off of that too, I know a lot of people that are very uncomfortable as artists when it comes to charging. Like, their rates are a big problem. And when you start off, it's one of those things where I get this question all the time about rates. And, obviously before you have your clients, then you're probably going to charge less to get your client list up. And then when you get your client list to be a little larger and more robust, you can start to charge more. But one thing that people tend to kind of not think about is things like work for hire. I had an illustration instructor one time who he was really, anti work for hire, and basically it's one of those things where you sell your work and it can be used for whatever. You get your rate and then it can be used over and over and you don't have any rights to it and it's gone. So, when you're a young artist, sometimes you make those moves and you do what you got to do. But, that's one of those things you got to think about before you just kind of give away the cow. You know what I'm saying? Because, I've had clients in the past where the job looked really cool and they were like, okay, so we're going to pay you X amount, but then we own the artwork and we can do whatever we want. And I tend to shy away from those deals. I don't like those deals at all.
I completely agree. Agree. It's difficult to do that in the toys industry or the collectibles industry, but it can happen. I've done deals where I get paid like a royalty, but the only issue with that sometimes is like, they have all the power because they can either tell you like, oh, this thing didn't sell at all. We only sold a couple hundred, when in reality they sold 100,000, and then they owe you like what, 20, 30, 40K. But so I just
do you work with that's obviously the smaller companies, right? But do you run into that issue often when it comes to this kind of stuff?
Do you want me to tell you the truth or not?
Hey,
no,
you don't
I
have
want
to
you
name
to
names,
not get in trouble, but don't name names.
Don't name names.
No, I won't name names. But from my perspective, it's actually the smaller companies that are actually better at coming through than bigger companies, because they have something to prove, and they want to prove to people in the community that they're legit. And it's been my experience with bigger companies. They're like, whatever, sue me. This is all we sold, and this is all you get. Or, you know what, we canceled the project and that's it. So yeah, you can't really do much when it comes to that. So
sure.
In my perspective, smaller companies have always been a lot better for me. So you go to a large toy company, think of two of the largest. Most likely they won't even come up with deals like that. They won't. It's just like work for hire. That's it. You don't get anything on the back end. Anything. Yeah. So, and it's okay. It's cool. I mean, what we do is amazing. What we do is beautiful. It's just fun. We wake up and we delve into this world of fantasy, whether it's comics or Tolkien-esque worlds or whatever. It's just fun, man. It's really cool, and I'm personally so grateful that I can earn a living by doing this. But at the same time, it is a business, bottom line. That's what it is, and you just gotta be careful. That's it. So, yeah. But in my experience, the positive experiences have been they just basically outweigh anything negative that I've gone through in the industry. So, it's a cool thing, man. It's a cool career. I do not regret becoming a sculptor rather than, a surgeon or something, which I could have been. No.
I've definitely taken jobs on some fanboy type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like I know. And I'll let them know. I'm like, hey, listen, man, I'm just a fan of what you do. I'm a fan of the subject matter, so I'm doing this. I know that this is not this is not a great deal, but I gotta do this just for the bucket list, cross it off the
Yeah,
bucket list.
exactly. Yeah, no, I agree, man. I mean, I've done that quite a few times, and it's really cool. So I just, as we speak, I just got a gig from a well-known company. They came to me, even though like I'm not really doing company stuff. And the guy's really cool, and he said, "Hey, we have this really cool project, so you want to do this?" When he told me, I was like, "Oh man, that is awesome." So I just count myself lucky to be able to do that kind of stuff. So,
So, Bradley, cut him off before he says who it is. What's next?
Oh no!
I'm just messing with you.
that kid that plays Spider-Man. What's his name? Something Holland, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Mr. Sean said that he didn't even know that things like that happened in the industry.
Yeah, just got to be careful. It's just have to try to protect yourself. Sometimes with larger companies, you don't dictate what the contract looks like. They are the ones that dictate that. So, it's okay. For the most part, it's been my experience. Like, companies like DC and Marvel, they're like really fair, and if anything, they pay really well. It's just that sometimes there's companies that are not as established, and they're trying to make a buck off your efforts. They're trying to find a way to get away with not paying you what you guys agree on or whatever. So that's it, but for the most part, most clients are super cool, and it's just a fun ride.
And where do you stand with? Are you accepting, like, with newer clients or established clients, do you accept a certain deposit ahead of time, or upon completion?
Well, that depends. If it's like, say, DC Comics, you don't get to ask for a deposit. They basically tell you, this is what the contract is. This is how much we're going to pay you. And once it's done and approved, then we pay net 30 or net 90 or net 60, whatever, which is basically a fancy way of saying, like, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, you'll get your check. That's it. But I've had companies that do like net 90, and I've had to basically, after a year of them not even like, not paying anything, I'll have to go like, okay, you know what? I'm going to report this. I'm going to have to get a lawyer. And then next thing you know, you get a check the next day. Boom. Via FedEx. So I had to do it like a couple of times. I don't like doing that, but it's happened. And, but yeah. But for the most part, like I said, it's been great. Like, companies pay really well. And I mean, what's fair and on time and everything. It's been maybe a couple of clients in the past that took forever. So
I had one client that almost put me down, man. I did a video game cover for an old EA Sports game.
Yeah.
And I had to, so it took forever to get an approval. I had to work on it over and over and over again. Just because the reference I got wasn't really, they gave me pictures of the guy smiling and were like, yeah, make him look mad. But when I finally locked it in, it took almost 9 months to get paid.
Yeah, I've been there, man. I've been there.
That was like the only job I worked on that year, almost, and it caused a lot of friction, man. Let's leave it.
Yeah, I know. I believe that, man. It's I had this one project where it took so long for me to get paid, and I worked for those guys for 6 months nonstop.
Yeah.
It started affecting my economy because I had to start like using my savings, and that sucked, man. I was like, oh, okay. And I kept saying like, hey, when? And they would give me the runaround, and until I basically had to say, I spoke to a friend who is a lawyer in the industry, and he said, just tell them that I represent you, and tell them that they'll be getting a letter from me, this week if they don't send you your check. So I did, and I kid you not, the next day I had not only a check via FedEx, but I also had a bunch of like samples from them. So yeah, and this is like one of the biggest companies you can imagine, and they took care of me because I told them like, this guy is actually my lawyer, and he just told me to tell you that, if we don't fix this, then this is what's going to happen. And that's it. You know, they just don't want bad, you know, PR, you know?
You know, back in the day, I worked with this clothing company. If you know, anybody knows anything about me, you know who it is. But they had this thing where they would literally wait until the electricity would get cut off before they paid the bill. So like we'd be working and be in the studio, and then all of a sudden everything would go off, and we would, you know, we'd still have the phones or whatever. And then that's when they were like, all right, cut the check, go pay for the electricity now or whatever. And that was their mentality, man. It was crazy. But
Yeah, cool.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not cool at all, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have an update. I have an update on a story from either last week or week before. I think I was bummed out because I couldn't get my special edition Roadblock G.I. Joe
Yes.
Hasbro figure. Dude, my man at Hasbro hit me up today, said he found one in the office. He's going to send it to me. So
Oh, awesome.
nice,
That's really
happy
cool,
ending.
You should get the
Thanks, man.
Sentinel. I heard that there's this guy, Shartimus Prime, and he's talking about it, and he's waiting for his, but for some reason, FedEx keeps delaying his
I didn't.
shipment.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
didn't paint that one. If I painted that one, sure. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But I heard it's like beautiful, man. It's like huge and everything, and just like all these parts, movable parts and everything. And
I saw it. I think it's also like $300. So I'm gonna hold off on that one. I'll probably buy another Erick Sosa statue before I
yeah.
pony up on that.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to get an Erick Sosa statue, then I realized your stuff ain't cheap, man. You know, you definitely have some good stuff out there.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, well, the secondary market lately has been, you know, in terms of, you know, sales has been decently okay, but not like it used to be. So, like, you know, stuff that I did used to go for like, you know, like 6 scale. I'm talking like stuff that the original price was like, I don't know, like 180 or something, and you could find that stuff for like $900 or something like that. Kotobuki stuff.
Yeah, if
I'm
you
trying
don't
to
get on
find the
it
guy
soon,
that's like my wife is gonna leave me unless I sell this. I want to find that guy.
No, man.
they're out there.
No.
Yeah, I need to find. I need to find that guy so I can like really, you know. Well, there's no one else coming. I'm all you got.
No, it's no, seriously, man. It's crazy. Like, you know, collectors, if they want something, they'll find a way to get it, and you know they really care for their collections and do like everything to you know, make sure they can complete. Like, I mean, I'm not saying every collector, right? But because we all collect something, you know. My collection does not include like toys or anything like that. Well, except for some Bam Presto stuff, but I basically collect other people's art that's, you know, that's really cool. So I don't care if it's like something like the SIC action figures from Takayuki Takeya from Bandai, which are like Kamen Rider and stuff like that. I don't care if it's that or if it's like, you know, I don't know, like, you know, something like Hot Toys or whatever, or NECA stuff. If I like it, I'll just buy it. But it doesn't mean that I will collect the whole line or anything. I don't do that much. So.
How do you feel when you do work for a client that does not send you a sample? So like, I know with Sideshow, they send you a sample of your stuff. Kotobuki, yeah. I'm not sure. Do they?
Koto, we had a deal where it was like they would always give me like samples, like 2 samples.
Cool. Nice. Yeah, because when I talked to a friend of mine that told me that not Prime 1, XM doesn't give you a sample of your own stuff. And the thing about, you know, I guess Prime 1 and XM is because the freight is so expensive. I mean, by the time you're done, a character that might cost $900, $800 is costing you $1,600 to get it shipped.
Yeah. I understand that, but I understand that. And honestly, in my experience, XM, like they sent me a sample of one of the things that I did. Nice. Not the rest of the stuff, but you know that. And
okay.
And to be honest, like, yeah, it is very expensive. I know that. But from my perspective, if a company that's really tiny can do it, I don't see why a company that can afford like a license, like Marvel license or whatever, I think they should be able to do it. I don't think it's such an issue, to be honest. And remember, these things are like deductions for their company, so I don't see the issue with that, to be honest. Like I think it should be possible for a company to send you a sample. It should. Yeah.
I know they can. I think that if they're telling you off the jump, look, you can do this piece, and we'll pay you for it, but we're not going to send you a sample. Like, what are you going to be? What are you going to say? I don't want to do this.
I always try to get that into the contract or the agreement. Like, all right, so I'm getting one copy, right? And that's it. That's how I do it. And they usually always send you that. There's been a couple of companies that will not, and that's okay. If I really like the project or whatever, I'll just do it anyway.
Sure.
But some companies just don't, and it's okay. But I'd rather work with companies that'll say, "Hey, Eric, you know what? Here's your copy, whatever." That's it. It's cool. It's a cool thing. I think every company should do that. I think it's a nice gesture, and it speaks volumes of how much they truly appreciate the work. It's not just a nice email or something. It's like it's an action, and they're saying, "Here it is. We believe in your work. We thank you," and that's it. And that's really cool. Sideshow gave me copies of my stuff and everything. They were cool with that. So
yeah, they gave me copies and stuff too.
Hey, whenever you guys don't want your copy and it's taking up too much room, mail it to me. I have shelves. I will store it for you. Whenever you want it back, just hit me up.
My wife's gonna hear you, man. She basically. I always get two copies because I sell my extra copy. I always do. Well, my wife sells them, and I just keep the one for me, and that's it. So there's that rule. I always tell her, like, hey, I know you don't want me to collect a bunch of stuff. I'll keep it as low as I can in terms of the collecting, but whenever I make sculpt a piece for someone, I'm gonna get an extra copy and you can sell it, and that can go to our kids' college fund. That's fine, but I need to keep one copy to myself. That's it. So she knows that. She's cool with that, and that's it. So I have a bunch of stuff that but to be honest, like a bunch of stuff that I've made, I don't have any copies, or I've never even seen the pieces in person, because that just, when people visit me, sometimes I just give them away. And they like something, like, oh, I like this. Oh, okay, you know what? I have an extra copy, and I'll just hand it over. It's cool. And then sometimes I'll get the look from my wife. That's the one I was going to sell on eBay this week. So
it's like this week.
So good.
Let's see. We have some comments that came in. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm going to say Jay. Jay said he saw on Twitter that someone took Ralph Coscretti's Bison and used it for their album cover. Oh, that sucks. I'm sure Ralph has some good lawyers.
Ralph's who? Ralph Coscretti's?
Yeah, Ralph.
Yeah, his Bison.
Oh, that's not
good.
He
used it for their album cover. Yeah, that's not good.
Sucks.
Well, that's they're gonna get in trouble because I mean, Raph does that. I mean, I don't know the details, but I know he does a lot of stuff as just fan art, So
yeah,
and so people are doing that. I don't know if that's gonna get them into trouble, because once they start profiting off of that, that could get them into trouble. So who knows, man? Who knows?
I just used that inflate, that magnify. That's money. Add that one to the list.
Cool.
Yeah, no, you were dropping gems tonight, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you. And then what's really cool when you do something like this, like what I'm doing right here. If you want to, basically, if I were doing this with my waxer at home, I mean, my studio, whatever. Now we're doing this with my waxer. I would have to grab a
pause. What is a waxer?
A loop tool, or what? What was that?
I said, what is a waxer? And then what is a loop tool? All these fancy things.
Oh, sorry. Okay, a waxer is, I don't have any here anymore because I don't have waxers anymore. But anyway, a waxer is like, an electric or electronic heating tool that has different tips. It's basically like your stylus, but It's connected
Okay.
to the box, and it has a dial, and you can change the temperature and everything. And then it has different tips, metal tips that heat up. And then basically you just grab your chunk of wax and you just like start dipping the tool into it,
Ah.
and then grab, you know, a little bit of wax, and then like you basically pour it on top of the surface of your thing, and you start building and everything. So, and then you will grab like a loop tool and start like cleaning that and raking things away. So since, you know, with the software, you can actually either like just, you know, do this, you know, that's cool, or you can grab the rake fine tool, and then you can do this, like more of a traditional approach. And a lot of people don't realize this, but when you try these approaches, more traditional.
Is rake fine tool in default brushes?
No, actually,
Oh, okay.
I think you can buy it. Just Google it. I can't remember who sold that. But I did buy that. But then again,
But it's like the rake brush that's in ZBrush. I know the rake brush is.
yeah, exactly. But the software has like its own rake, so
Yeah.
I'm just using this one. But once you do that, it's really cool. It's like really working with clay, and it makes everything more like the transitions become way more organic, and it's really cool. And then you can just like clean things up. And
Nice. I have noticed on some of your works in progress, you have had some of those rake lines. So
yeah. That's how my approach, guys, is not technical by any means. I mean, I know some. My approach is 100% like, you know, like traditional. That's it. So I'm not like, you know, like Daniel Bell or Raf Grassetti that know all these techniques, and I don't. And I know I'm learning, but I do a lot of stuff during the day, and that's just an excuse. So I need
It's
to
kind of a good one. It's kind of a good one.
I need to take the time. Okay, so now when you do this is incredible. This is just like when you hit your wax piece with or your clay piece, whatever, with Siobhan piece with the rake tool, and then you have this alcohol torch that we would just like basically squeeze, and the flame, you know, comes out, and it's really sharp, and then it hits the surface, and it does this exactly the same thing. It's just beautiful, and then everything's really organic, like really cool.
So I like that little alcohol torch so much.
Oh yeah,
that I would sculpt in all this detail on my monster clay, and then I would just kind of lick it with the flame, and it was gone. And I was like, I would squeeze the thing too hard.
Yeah,
and it would,
that's
like
the equivalent of doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Smooth it all out.
Yeah, so that's the thing that people don't realize. Like, you have to get used to the pressure and not. Yeah. That's why I hardly use the intensity levels anymore. I just basically dab like that. I go like boom, 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 like barely touch it, and that's it.
See, unlike you, I started using traditional mediums in sculpting after ZBrush. So when I would do that, I would immediately look for a Command Z and be like, damn, you know, I'd just be stuck. You would just be
I know.
Yeah, let me sculpt that all over again.
It's yeah, man. It's digital has a lot of perks over traditional, but traditional is just amazing as well. It's just beautiful. So
yeah,
I just like the fact that I can actually approach digital in a very traditional way, and to me, it works. It just works for me. And even when I was doing, like, you know, like I said before, I think it was the last episode. Even when I was doing traditional stuff, I would always hire someone. Like I would hire my brother, or I would hire like my brother-in-law, and I trained them, and they would help me like sculpting like weapons or shoes or, you know, stuff like that, or textures or whatever. And then I would just like focus on, you know, getting the bringing in the business, whatever, and all the projects, and at the same time, you know, designing and sculpting the roughing out the shapes and everything, and then chopping things off like the boots and like roughing them out, and then going like, all right, man, transfer that to wax. It was like, say, a sculpty piece, and transfer that to wax and then detail it out, and that's it. And then we would just bring everything together and boom. But
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
No worries, man. Let's see.
Oh man.
You know that you can sell your monster, right? Once you're done, Mike, you can sell it and sell it as a kit, limited edition, whatever. I might do that with this guy. Yeah.
I know you can sell your monster.
No, you can. You start little by little. Like, people at first, like, you'll probably get like a few buyers first, and then just keep going, man. Consistency is the key, and then eventually people will just buy anything you make, so long as it's cool, obviously, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I noticed when I did the anti-venom, I kind of had the bug to do more like monster-y kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that quickly went away when I started this project. I was like, well, I don't know if I still like monsters so much.
I understand. It's honestly, like, to me, like, I would just make monsters all day long. It's just, to me, it's just super fun.
Dude, when I saw you do I think you did like a Street Sharks or something. You did like a bust of it in clay. Was that Street Sharks?
Yeah.
That
was cool.
Yeah, that piece was dope. So I watched that video. This is when I was first getting into like monster clay.
Wow.
And yeah, I watched your video, and I don't know that you were even talking on that one. I think you were just doing like a live stream where you were letting people look at your process.
Yeah, the process, with the raking and all that stuff.
Yeah. And I was totally like, dude, I was entranced in it. So
thanks, man.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's really fun working with clay, and especially like clay that behaves like wax, like monster clay. It's really cool, because I used to use this red wax that I basically bought the raw wax, and then I would just like mix it with microcrystalline and paraffin and carnauba, and just come up with my own mix, and it was beautiful. It just like flowed, and it was flexible, with certain like really thin parts, whatever, and it would hold detail like no other. It was crazy and clean, and it was beautiful. But then I had the accident, because I worked so long and so many hours and so many weeks, sleeping only 2 hours, and I turned in something for it was like a Comic-Con project, or actually there were like 6 of them for Kotobukiya, and that really messed up my neck muscles and nerves, and that required for me to learn digital, because I couldn't even like open like the door, like like a knob. If I grabbed the knob, it would just like shock me. It was weird, and it would travel all the way up to my neck from the tip of my face. It was weird, and so I went to different doctors, and they said, "Oh, surgery, whatever." And then I found this guy, and yeah, he what's it called? He did acupuncture, and yeah, man, he fixed everything. But
nice.
By then, I had already picked up digital, so yeah, it was a good thing, man. Otherwise, I never would have picked up digital, I think.
I think I was telling the story in here once before. I used to use a Intuos tablet all the time.
Yeah.
And I had to do these, like this box art for the DC Infinite, Infinite Earths line. So I do like 20 paintings of different superheroes.
Well,
by the time I was done, I like blew out my wrist to the, I seriously thought I was going to have to get surgery on it.
Wow.
And so I got a Cintiq on an arm, and ever since then I've been good to go. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah, man, it happens. Like we keep repeating the same movements over and over, and for hours on end. We don't realize it until it's gone. It's awful. Yeah. I was like feeling depressed, honestly. I'm like, oh man, how am I going to take care of my family? I can't work. And then Ryan Kingsline said, hey, dude, I'll teach you how to do digital, and that's it.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you learned from Ryan.
Yeah. He taught me a class, and it was really cool. And that's it, man. That changed everything for me.
Good job, man.
So yeah. I'm supposed to do like a class for him right now, like like sculpting like a monster or something. But I'm still catching up with so much.
Yeah.
It's difficult, but yeah. Hopefully, very soon I'll be doing stuff with him again.
Cool.
Yeah.
I taught a class for him once.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah, man. I need to learn Photoshop. That's important, man. I realize that it's really important for digital sculpting as well as just like illustration, whatever. I want to learn how to illustrate as well. I know how to draw somewhat, so I need to like just get better at certain things, and I think I can. And it's not for the purpose of doing that for a living. I just want to like basically design my own concepts and make them look cool.
Yeah.
Creatures,
Well, I
man.
know in the future we're going to start having on some 2D artists, so we'll probably kind of flip the script a little bit and be doing some more illustration.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I truly will be watching.
Nah, we're going to have you in there.
Drawings for the birds. I'll learn how to draw one day. I have my daughter teach me.
That's awesome, dude. You can do it. You know that
Yeah.
I don't know, a lot of people don't agree with me, but I don't know what you guys think. So since Mike, you're an illustrator, I believe that if you're good at drawing, like in your case, you're great at drawing, and you picked up sculpting pretty quickly, I'm sure, because I've seen that with a few different artists that are like really good at drawing, and then boom, they pick up like clay or like ZBrush or something, and they're already like really good at it, really quick.
100%.
Yeah, it's I think honestly,
Now, have you seen the reverse?
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Honestly, I think it takes a lot more mental power to actually create everything in your mind, to create in 2D and give you the sense of 3 dimensions, than it is to sculpt, because it's actually there. Like, the block of clay or whatever it is, it's actually there. So if you just turn around, you start adding like an ear, and then like you turn around and you add the other ear, it's a lot easier because it's all there. But 2D, you have to learn that to actually portray that invisible ear, right, Mike? Like,
Yeah, but
right here, but you don't know where the other one is, but you have to know exactly, because I think it's a lot of work.
But I'll be 100% honest with you. So my illustration has gotten so much stronger since I started sculpting.
Yeah.
So it definitely works the other way around. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I believe you.
What I think you'll take to it quickly because you have the eye for it. You know what I mean?
Thanks, man.
And Bradley too. And like I'm looking at your anatomy lately, and you're knocking these things out quickly, and they're looking good, man. So I think you could do some drawing also.
That's really cool.
Just do me a favor and don't tell me you can't draw a straight line, because I that's my pet peeve when people say I can't even draw a straight line. I'm like, I don't know anybody that can draw a straight line.
There's tools that will help me draw a straight line. I'll be foolish if I don't use them.
No, you can't use the tools.
Yes, I could. Why would they put them there if I couldn't use them?
Listen, whenever you use a tool to draw a straight line, you have to watch a scary movie. So that's just.
We all know. I'm gonna say bump that.
Come on, man. Gotta try it. Scary movies are awesome.
Dude, I saw. I think I might have seen the worst scary movie. Like, spoiler alert. Just letting you know. What time is it right now? Bradley, mark the time.
I'm marking.
Okay. Saw probably the worst scary movie I've seen in a long time with my girl yesterday.
Yeah.
And if you're thinking about seeing the movie Old, I would say watch it and then let us know what you think about it, because It was kind of cartoonish, I think.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's up with M. Night. Sometimes
M. Night Shyamalan. I don't know how he keeps getting work.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a lot of his stuff lately. I don't know, man.
Lately or
since The Sixth Sense.
I didn't want to offend the guy, but yeah, since The Sixth Sense, he kind of lost me, man.
I do give him props for representing Philly so hard. Like he's ride or die for Philadelphia. Cool. But other than that, yeah,
I know
he's not doing so well.
Yeah, that's a sad thing, man.
Eric's just like, it's just a sad thing. Whatever it is, that thing is sad.
Yeah,
with our look
a lot. Unbreakable? No, not Unbreakable. Was it Glass? No. What's the other one?
Split.
Yeah, Split. I think. What's McBoys or what's his name?
McAvoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Professor Xavier. Anyway, he's cool in that, man. He's awesome, I think.
See, Bradley liked that too. That's the one I didn't like. I liked what was the first one? Where they
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable was dope.
Yeah, Unbreakable was cool.
Yeah, and then
guys, I have some questions that I would like to run through. I know we're going through, so that way I can get caught up. With them.
Yeah,
cool.
Do you think? Yeah, go for it, man.
Let's see. We have one question that asks, "Where can I sell my monsters?"
Ooh, good question. Let me know if you find out. And no, just kidding. No, man.
Thanks, Eric.
Honestly, the best place that I know, I also heard of Etsy, but the best place that I know is actually Facebook. There's like a lot of groups, people that are interested in buying, like, either STLs, which I don't know if I want to sell my STLs, to be honest, or like, you'll basically 3D print your stuff and then like either just sell the 3D prints. You can do that because there's certain resins that are like hard enough for people to just build and paint and whatever, and just sell them as kits, like garage kits. Or you can actually just like 3D print them and have like a mold maker like do the molds and do like castings for you, and then just sell them on honestly, eBay is probably one of the best choices to sell stuff. The only problem with eBay and anywhere else, to be honest, is that if you sell a resin kit, like, I have some stuff, like, I think I showed you guys this last week. See?
Yeah, make your camera big if you can. Can you switch it to just your full camera?
Yeah.
I hope we don't break the system. On OBS. On OBS, can you just make your camera larger?
Oh, you know what? No, I don't have that option. I'm a Mac.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. So anyway, see this?
Yeah, we see it pretty good.
All right. So something like this, like, I sold this in Japan. Oh, it's pretty dusty. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Sorry. And so I probably sold like 30 of them or something like that. And to be honest, like, when it comes to resin kits or things like that, most of the editions for things like this is probably like, this one doesn't have an edition size. This is number 2. But sometimes they only make like 10. They only make, this probably costs.
I'm gonna probably skip to the next question.
Yeah.
If it's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Next question, Mike. I will for sure. This is from Insane Pixel. He said he was for sure buy your Rick and Morty sculpt.
A word? Thanks, man. All right, I'm gonna finish it now, just for you.
Awesome.
Nice.
So we're going to go. I'm going to take turns going to each one of you for this particular question, and I'll start with you, Mike. What does it mean to be a good artist if everyone's are pretty much able to do the same job in your opinion? So if you feel, I probably don't think everyone could do the same job, but if you feel that everyone could do the same job, what would you consider a good artist to be?
I think somebody that's unique, somebody that kind of is a standout, right? So when I think of Eric stuff, it's a very unique look and it's very distinct. There's guys like Daniel Bell, and just a whole lot of artists that they put their stamp on something, and there's a million people doing Capcom characters or superheroes or whatever, but I'll know Eric's piece if I see it in a lineup, right? I'll know Daniel Bell's work if I see it next to a bunch of other artists, and that goes for painting as well. Like Jason Seiler, very iconic artist that you can pick out his stuff from anywhere and tell who he is. So I think that there are a lot of artists that do the same thing. But if somebody can look at your piece and know that it's yours, mission accomplished. Yeah.
What about you, Eric?
Yeah, I agree. I honestly think the same thing. It's like there's artists out there that they just have this specific touch or a signature look that just brings life to the piece in a very specific way, very visceral way. And it's really easy to identify. And to be honest, it doesn't mean that, from my perspective, it doesn't mean that, you have to strive to create your own design. It's just, from my perspective, it's just do what you like. It's basically like when you're sculpting, it's like a buffet. Like you choose what you want to eat the most, right? So that's what you do. I mean, you can select from a wide array of dishes, but maybe there's that one specific dish or 2-3 specific dishes that you like, and then just go for that. Or that specific, I don't know, drink
do what
or
you
whatever.
love.
So that's what I do. Whatever you love, just do that.
Yeah.
It'll show, and people will recognize it.
What about you, Brad? You gonna
I like things that catch my eye, and I'm still strive to be one of those guys that create stuff that catch your eye. So if you can catch someone's attention, I think you're pretty much anyway there.
Sure.
So this next question, this is pertaining to I think Mike, when you were talking about going from your Wacom tablet to Cintiq. 3D Max work was killing my wrist, low poly modeling, but ZBrush on the Cintiq, no problem. Now I'm still trying to figure out how I can use my Cintiq well in Maya. I tried, it doesn't translate.
I still use my mouse with that.
Yeah.
I was in Blender earlier today with my mouse.
Hannibal X says we all have learned from Ryan. Yes.
Hannibal. Oh, Hannibal.
I'm going to ask. Yeah, Hannibal he goes by many names. He has many names.
He's the one with many names.
The mini face god.
The
mini name guy is the mini face god. Is it the mini face?
Yeah.
He's the mini face god.
That's my friend Val, guys.
Shout out to Hannibal.
Hannibal said he started in making comic art himself. He did a Spawn cover that never released.
Okay,
thank you, Marco. Marco says the problem with Bradley sculpting is that he forgets about the chat. I do not forget about the chat. Just so you know, I have a 55-inch monitor, a 32, and a 24, and I have a chat here and a half here.
Here we go.
No.
Here we go.
Do not forget about it. I'm actually reading it.
Thank you for calling him out. Thank you for calling him out. Somebody had to do it.
I appreciate it. Let's see. Insane Pixel. This is regarding the drawing a straight line comment. Photoshop to draw a straight line. Press 1 point on the canvas. Hold Shift key. Press where you want the line to end. Done. Sorry,
Done.
Mike.
Okay. All right. Listen, back in my day.
I'm going to screenshot that. That's a great tip.
Okay. In other news, Insane's going to be taking over for Mike T going forward. Back in my day, we didn't have Shift. There was no Shift button back in the day.
Okay. I'm almost confident. This is the mini face god from his other name saying this is from Latin. I think this is the mini face god. I think this is also Hannibal.
How
Mike
are you in here
Thompson,
twice, Hannibal?
You taught it gets the views up. Log in with as many names as you need.
Exactly. Do we get
Mike Thompson, you taught a class for Ryan Kingsling, didn't you? I think that's when I first was introduced to your teaching. You did do a class there.
You were in that class, and I taught that class. You were my student in that class. Many face name man. Hannibal was in my class for that. Yep, 100%.
We got regarding the artist question. Thank you very much for your thoughts.
Nice.
Mike T, how did you do the tentacles? Cylinder tubes and just wrapped it to the point of. So how did you do your tentacles?
No, I actually just did a curved tube. So I grabbed something that doesn't have any geo on it, like subdivision levels, brush, curve tube, and I just kind of drag it out. Done. That's it. And then if you smooth it, you get a nice pointy end.
Nice.
Oh, I'm going to open up that Rick and Morty because I actually have a tentacle in there that I'm going to copy. I'm going to copy the look of that tentacle. Probably save. I haven't saved all night.
Oh, look at this. Curve alphas. What is this? Oh,
Reggie says, "What's up, Eric?"
Hey. Oh, wow. How are you?
Thank you, B. I appreciate that. Thank you, B. I appreciate it. Just so I can't sculpt in peace on here. I don't sculpt in peace on here. It just doesn't happen.
That's your job. That's your job. You knew what you signed up for. You totally knew.
That's so cool.
You knew going in. Eric, what are you looking at, dude? You want to share with the class?
I'm just looking at my the alphas. They're so cool. The curve alphas. I never tried them. They're really cool.
Oh, the new stuff? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. Okay, I'm going to do this. Let's see. Boom. Look at that. Beautiful.
Nice.
Yes, I'm shamed.
Beautiful.
Wow.
I'm liking this.
Latin says he only switched names because he didn't think anyone was watching on Twitch chat. Watch on all the chats. We have all the chats. Do we prefer YouTube?
We like to call Bradley the Oracle. He's the Kentucky Fried Chicken guy from the third Matrix movie.
Whoa! Why I gotta be with the chicken? Why you gotta bring the chicken up?
Hey man, I'm just saying. You.
Why we gotta bring the chicken? Why we gotta go to stereotype? I don't eat fried chicken.
I gave it up. Colonel Sanders. Listen, man.
I eat tacos now.
That's good. You're my best friend. Now,
if Neo was
Eric,
in the room,
okay, Eric, I got a question for you. Yeah. Eric, okay. I knew. So it was 8:00 my time in the morning, and I saw that you posted a picture of you eating tacos on Facebook.
Oh no!
Was that in the morning?
You mean the Taco Bell ones?
Yeah. Was that in the morning, or you had that last night? You told me. I'm like, there's no way you're up this early.
No. I posted that yesterday because yesterday was September 15th. It's Mexico's independence, so I was like, just joking around with Taco Bell, but no, Taco Bell is not real Mexican food, guys. Sorry.
Amen.
You know what? Because of that, I'm gonna watch The Mask of Zorro tonight.
The Mask. That's not even Mexican, man. Zorro was like, basically Spanish.
Close enough. He's fighting the Mexicans.
How dare you?
He is, yeah. So.
He's fighting the Mexicans. What are you talking about?
He is, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, what happened? Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that.
You got a comment. Mike T, you can set up a taper in the brush preset so you don't have to smooth to the point end.
I know you can. I'm too lazy to do it. There's a whole lot of things that save me a lot of time, and I have not done them.
Insane, I'm gonna try to do this properly, but Insane says chicken is delicious.
Look at them.
Chicken is delicious. It's delicious.
He loves it.
Let's see, Bradley. There's no need to punish yourself with the Mask of Zorro. You know what? I actually like both Zorro movies.
There's two of them. Oh,
wow.
All right. So
there's-
Bradley, this is the one I was talking about finishing up. And what I wanted. No, it's almost done. It's closer to being done than most of my things. I gotta give Rick some shoes and give him a decent face. But what I'm gonna do is do one of those little things like a nail hole thing in the wall, so I can mount it up on the wall like this. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
I'm not getting my hopes up.
All right. Now that I have a 3D printer, I'm gonna print
challenge. Accept it. You're gonna accept the challenge.
Spike print. Spike print is in the future. Just because Bradley says I will not do it, spike print 100%. I can get Dan Harmon to retweet it.
Ooh, nice. Man, this is cool, man.
Oh, so Strawberry Kings, where Danny? No, Danny did not quit. Danny has some projects that he's handling at work. I'm pretty sure in the future we'll get to see him, but he has some big things that's going on for him. When he has time, he'll be back. Let's see. See, Bradley, many artists have artist ADD. Not just me, dude. No. Hey, I didn't say you had ADD. I see no one's saying these medical conditions. I didn't say that.
Why you say you have ADHD?
I'm not saying you got. I'm not saying you got any medical condition.
So
I'm saying you got many names. You got many names. So best horror movie was Gay Blade. Watch the movie, Bradley. Okay.
Yeah.
I have to look it up.
All right, let's do this.
Really? No one liked the Zorro movies? I feel
Nah.
Really?
Nah.
With Banderas or which ones?
With
You mean
Antonio Banderas, yeah.
Oh,
I'm not talking about the black and white ones. There were movies before the black and white TV show?
yeah. I don't know. No.
No. Okay, I get it. I understand.
I just don't really like.
I get it.
Sorry. Let's see. Dynamesh. Nice. Wow, this is really cool.
Yeah, Desperado was definitely. Insane Pixel says Desperado over Zorro. I agree. Desperado was good.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that too.
Latin/Hannibal X says Ed Bradley. I'm talking about my mini project. So okay. He has ADHD with his mini project. My tentacles are placeholders.
It's really cool.
Ram says, "Yo, what's good?" I see you, Ram.
What up,
How
Ram?
you doing? How you doing, sir? And I think he might be like, "Yo, like, what's good? Do we have a what's good tonight?"
Oh,
Ooh. Yeah.
we're supposed to.
Yes.
Supposed to have one.
All right.
You have one. Good.
I have something. Boom. This book is awesome.
Oh,
awesome.
you got it. Nice.
It's a lifesaver, man. It's beautiful. Love it. Get it.
Is that by the same guys that do the
yeah,
anatomy for sculptors?
Anatomy for sculptors. Yeah, beautiful.
Oh,
Just so
did you get that on the Gum? I mean, not Gumroad. The what's the Fund Me one?
Yeah, Kickstarter. I
yeah.
got one from Kickstarter, but basically, I don't know how it happened. Oh yeah. He reached out to me, and my nephew was here. He was visiting, so he also like draws and sculpts. So I gave him my copy, and the guy had reached out to me. So I told him, like, listen, I don't need a copy, because he said, can you review it? And I said, yeah. But basically I said, I already have one, so no worries. And then when I gave that to my copy to my nephew, I decided that I would reach out to the guy and go like, hey man, you know what? I gave it away to my nephew. Do you think I can get one? And he's like, sure. He sent me this hardcover. The other one was hardcover. Yeah. Beautiful.
Now,
feel
do
like
you
I
feel
need
that your nephews come to your house all the time and leave with Christmas gifts? I'm just wondering.
This is my thing. I feel like I need to go visit Eric, because you don't leave empty-handed. I'm getting the impression.
No, you never do.
That's what's up, man. All right.
This is beautiful, man. So check it out.
Oh, yeah. Spoiler
Here's the
alert.
link,
As soon as COVID is over, I'm going to Eric's house.
Yes, you will.
I placed the link for the book. I'm actually going to buy the PDF when I get off, because I like stuff on my iPad.
Yeah. That's the best. Yeah.
With the iPad.
Agreed.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Hey, listen, man. Every time I get into it, my iPad.
What are you going to do when books burn? All right, when books start burning, then you won't have any books because it's made out of paper. You're killing trees, guys. You guys are killing trees.
First of all, I read all my comics on an iPad, so calm down over there, Mr. New Age.
I am calm.
I'm just saying.
I am calm.
I'm just saying, when it comes to using reference on an iPad, it turns off in the middle of me using it.
So in your settings of your iPad, there's this little screen time thing. If you go there, you could actually turn that off. It's crazy. I know.
Word. Okay, so I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to be done with the iPad thing, because I feel like I'm going on too long about it. The battery life on the iPad is horrible as it is. I feel like if I go to that setting, it's going to be even worse. That's all I'm saying.
Break time comes. Insane Pixel says trees need to die. I read that out loud. I just can't believe I just read that out loud. I just read that.
Oh.
I feel tricked. That's pretty deep.
Spoken like why the last man.
Where are we gonna get the air if they all die?
That's what's good for me, by the way, this week. I'm gonna say that the new Why the Last Man started on Hulu.
Nice.
If you haven't read the graphic novel, it's one dude left on the planet, or in America, I think, and a whole bunch of women who are mad. So
I saw a trailer on it on Hulu. It's an FX show.
Yeah, totally.
That's
so
great.
I can't wait to delve into that.
That's your what's good TV show?
That and The Wire. I went back to watching The Wire again after the unfortunate news the other week, and I forgot how dope it was. Like still holds up, still very good. And I'm not just saying that because I saw my man wearing my Echo shirt on there today. Season 3, episode 4, I think. So.
Oh, nice.
Same is making me double click. I'm just so curious now. He said it'll save the planet, Bradley. All the trees dying will save the planet.
Who is he?
We'll talk after. We'll talk after. He wants to snap.
AKA Thanos.
It's like let's snap.
Exactly.
That's awesome. I like that. My what's good is that I got a new network drive that stopped my network drive was crashing my internet all this time, and I ended up getting a new one on Amazon, and now I have like a great drive that I have all my stuff on. So it's fantastic.
Nice.
I
noticed we haven't lost music tonight, so that's awesome.
I know, it's crazy. I've been connected. I'm going to slightly agree with Hannibal on this one. He says The Wire can't take Snowfall.
All right, I haven't started Snowfall yet, and I know you and Danny.
Really good.
I know you and Danny on that Snowfall, so I'm not going to knock it.
Snowfall is dope. You need to watch it.
But okay, I will. I'm gonna watch it.
What shows are you into? Well, I think we talked about it last time that all you do is sculpt. You don't have time to do anything.
You don't have time to watch it.
You have time.
No, I do. I do like The Good Doctor. That's a great show.
I like The Good Doctor. The Good Doctor is a great show.
Yeah, it's a great show. Beautiful. I only watched 2 episodes, but I will try to catch up.
Nice.
You know they're in a whole nother season, right?
What was that? He died? What?
Like the good doc. Yeah, like
He
like,
died.
yeah. I'm in season 1.
Bradley, are you ever gonna get back to finishing Rick and Morty? What's the deal, dude? You made it to like season 2, I think, and then gave up on it?
I'm on season 4
No, you're not.
or 3. Yes, I am. Don't tell me what I am. Oh, throw
All
this
right.
mouse at the screen.
I'm gonna fact check this afterwards. I think you're gonna get 4 Pinocchios on that.
Is it a test? I didn't know there was going to be a test. There's a test?
There is.
Everything's a test here. Everything.
Insane Pixel said, "What if?" I did not watch this week's episode.
Oh, dude, I forgot to watch this week.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. What is that?
It is best that you don't know. It is best for everyone involved that you do not know.
That is right.
No, what's up?
So, Mr. Sosa, have you seen Invincible?
Yeah, I saw it. It's a pretty cool show. It's pretty graphic though. So yeah, I saw it. It's pretty cool, man. I loved it actually. The guy's awesome. He's truly invincible in a moral way. He will not stop trying to save the world. That's awesome. So yeah. Other than that, he gets beat up all the time.
All I know is his dad makes people blow up
Yeah.
by punching them very hard.
Yes.
I got a question. Do you guys have any unfinished pieces? If so, how many? We don't have all night for you to count.
Yeah, you don't even want to know that, man. Answer is yes. Short answer, yes. Too many
pieces.
But to be positive, they create more than they save.
Yeah. I personally have literally I would say a couple hundred pieces that I've never finished. So yeah.
Oh man, you made me just feel much better about myself. Okay. I definitely don't have that many.
Sure.
But here's the difference between you and Mike and
don't say it.
We've all seen his stuff publicly. Like we don't know what your $100 are. We've all seen Mike's. Everyone has their favorite unfinished Mike piece.
I thought there was going to be a worse dig coming, but I'll take that.
I'm not gonna dig.
Oh, just so you know, I'm working on something
Bishop?
where you just step all over it, dude. I have to finish. I have to finish Bishop now. I have to finish it or something.
Did you say Bishop? Oh wow, you're working on the Bishop.
Yeah, you haven't seen my Bishop?
No, that's really cool, man. Because I'm working on one myself. I just posted it on Instagram. That's cool.
Let me see if I can find mine.
Mike's Bishop is pretty good.
Mine is like pretty lame.
I've often forgotten about some of his work, but I've not forgotten about the Bishop.
No, you never let me forget about it either.
God. Yo, what's up, MJ?
Oh, MJ, what's up, man?
You been dealing with the rain, Florida rain? How's it been? Riley brings some Chappelle. Funny. Sane says trap jaw first.
Yeah, you're right. All right, let's change the subject, please.
Elite. Yeah, I just saw that one on your what I was going through.
Yeah, this is a deep post. One day I will finish it.
Well, everyone stop what you're doing. Everyone must stop now. Happy birthday, MJ.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday, dude.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Okay. So, a pen, the little sphere.
MJ has a nasty list for you. Cyclops, Lionel. I would say your Lionel is finished. I would not put Lionel up there, but Bishop,
you know
Wolverine,
what?
Captain Marvel.
You want to know the sad thing? Lionel's probably going to get finished.
What happened with Lionel?
He's probably going to get finished before everybody else because he's so close to being done. Unlike Bishop, which is also so close to being done. Where is it? I don't even know where it is.
You know what? I'm gonna send like out a poll to the Discord and see if we get a vote going on what you should finish next. And because I control everything, it'll come back as Bishop.
Yeah.
Flatten says no, Chun-Li first.
Chun-Li. That's awesome.
All right, here's my Bishop that I am. Daggone it. No, it's not. Sorry.
Okay. I can't. Where is it? Nice.
So it's close to done. But I have to finish this because I'm doing something where I got to use it. So almost. Anyway.
Wow, that's really cool.
Thanks, bro.
God, I hate that you're so good. I'm gonna hate you. You know what? I need to go find something that you on the internet so I can put a thumbs down.
Is that your Cthulhu? Mike, that's Cthulhu, right?
What's that? This thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I got so far.
That's incredible, dude. That looks really vicious and awesome.
Thanks, bro.
Meanwhile, mine looks so nice and kind.
This is mine is a total mess from the neck down, so I'll take whatever I get. Much like me. So
No, you've been getting your steps in. You've been walking, getting a little exercise. Yes, you have. All right.
Both know that is a lie. You, sir, are a liar.
The other day you were walking. Like you said you were walking.
I had to. I didn't have a choice. That didn't do anything. It didn't do anything for me.
That didn't change anything.
Yeah, this is. Bradley's acting like I'm Conan on that wheel or something.
I'm gonna reach out to your significant other and we're gonna get you a sit-stand desk. We're gonna put a pot together, get you a sit-stand desk so you could stand up.
One of these days. Let's
see.
Thank you everyone for coming to watch us this Friday. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you choose to be here with us, and we appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you. It's always nice, especially when we have the regulars that are here all the time. That's the best, man. That is the best.
MJ set the bar. It's his birthday. He still showed up.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
MJ holds it down.
Further lets me know the ballpark of MJ's age because he's home on his birthday around this time. That's me. I'm tired, guys. Can we stop celebrating? I want to go home.
Oh, Bradley, you know what I'm going to watch this weekend? You know what I'm going to watch this weekend, son? What? I'll say his name. You want me to say his name a few times?
Yes. No, don't do it. I don't want to do it.
You sure? You sure? You want me to say who?
Candyman? I don't know.
Are you serious? I'm totally gonna watch that. I should make you watch it with me.
5 times something happens or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, MJ says that as we move on, MJ says he got a sit-stand desk from Staples, and they have a deal. If you buy a chair, you get 25% off the desk. That sounds like a really good deal.
Is it a good desk? Tell me, because I've been looking at some that they're just pricey, man.
Eric, I suggest you get a sit-stand desk as well, so you're not sitting down all day. All right, I want you guys to live. All right,
want to do that?
Eric's like, yes, I would like to live.
I would love to live. Let's see. No, actually, they're pretty cool. I have a friend that just bought one. He swears by it. He says it's awesome.
Yes. Yeah. I use mine.
That may be in the cards for me. one day.
All those who are writing the C word, I'm not going to say it. It's not happening. No matter how you flood the chat.
Please elaborate that we're talking about.
Something about man candy.
Man, no, that's somehow
No,
that's
I can't
that's
say
not good
this
either.
is man candy.
No, let's not say that anymore. I would rather say
No.
the other word. Yeah, let's
No.
not. Let's move on. Let's move on to something else.
No, okay, no man candy.
All right.
Can't say that more than one time. Say Helen 5 times. Can't, then my mom's gonna show up. That's the name of my mother.
I wonder if you say Florida man 5 times.
Only when I want to laugh.
Florida man.
Brad's like, what? I'm already here.
Yeah, I'm already here. I'm in the continent of Bradley Kohler in my house, where I can predict what's actually going to happen.
Dude, we should have a watch party for real. Bradley, you'll watch it with me, right? You'll watch it?
Watch what exactly?
You know what I'm talking about. The Thing.
Man candy?
Yeah. Hey, listen. If you watch it with me, I will call it that. Not on the air, but I will call it that when it's just you and me.
Well, if you're gonna wait for it to release for me to watch it, then sure. Why not?
No, we're gonna go to the theater and watch it. We're gonna risk our life and limb to go see that film that will scare the crap out of you at night. How about that?
Let's see. Show them the vid I sent you, Bradley, with that kid. See, I can't show them that video because I told you I don't click TikTok. If you send me, for the record, if anyone ever sends me a TikTok video, it'll never get clicked. All right, never. Don't click TikTok.
You're gonna start having to watch TikTok when your kids send you TikTok stuff. Like my kids, for some reason, are on that TikTok business. And I got to admit,
my
there's some
family
good
sends
stuff.
me TikTok stuff, and I never click it.
You don't watch it?
Mm-mm. There's two things. Don't invite me anywhere on, like, if you want me to go somewhere, don't send me an invite on Facebook. All right, that doesn't count as an invitation. You call me, send me a text message.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna be handing out Bradley's number a little later on. You just call him, invite him.
I'll give him the phone. I've been meaning to change my number for a long time. just help me. Just to give me a reason.
Help me help you.
I learned what the Davis lick is today. My teenagers taught you. I don't know what that is. See, this is crazy stuff.
Devious lick. All right, MJ, you can tell us about that later on.
You missed the milk crate challenge? What is going on? What is this?
Oh, you saw the milk crate challenge, Bradley.
No, I didn't.
You saw
see
that.
I don't know what that is.
You didn't see that?
No, what's the milk crate challenge? I'm afraid to.
It's a whole bunch of people losing their mind. No, they just stood up these big old Mario type stacks of milk crates and climbed over them and tried not to fall down and hurt themselves really, really badly.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That was totally a thing last week.
So what's also weird, my son's school district called and we're handing out threats for any kids that are vandalizing bathrooms. Like they were saying, like if
something,
like
was going on last week or this week with that.
Yes, like they're like if your child is responsible for vandalizing the bathroom, they will be expelled. parents would be responsible for the cost of repairs. I'm like, that's crazy. Oh, MJ says that's what it is. That's what the challenge is. The kids destroying bathrooms is the challenge. That's crazy.
That's called the devious lick.
That is crazy. What's wrong with these kids?
Dang.
I don't know. I saw a picture where they were knocking all the soap dispensers off the wall.
See, this is what happens when you get rid of Saturday morning cartoons.
That is true. I agree.
This is why this is happening. Giving kids access to cartoons all the time, whenever they don't watch them. They don't watch cartoons. When you had Saturday morning cartoons, you knew where you're going to be. You knew what time you had to be there. It taught you how to be on time. It taught you to be aware of things, a schedule. No cartoons, didn't destroying bathrooms. That's just crazy stuff.
Knowing was half the battle.
Yeah, see, I would like to know why the youngest man in the room sounds like the oldest man in the room right about now.
So I have some gray beers. I have a little something in there, a little life experience.
Okay.
And just so you know, I was not part of the cool group, so I was watching cartoons. So I knew what time they showed up.
There's nothing wrong with cartoons. Let's not get it twisted.
Nothing wrong with cartoons. I think there's a new Masters of the Universe like CG thing that's on Netflix this week.
Yeah, that's very young.
Okay, all right. Okay, Eric.
I gotta say something. I sculpted that He-Man. I'm sorry. No, I was kidding.
Oh, you did?
It's awesome. It's just that it's not the original design, but it's cool. I mean, it's cool. I like the original design. That's all.
It looks kind of young for me.
Yeah. It's like for younger crowds, I think. I haven't even seen it.
Thanks for coming over.
I haven't seen it, but yeah, my kids probably will watch it, so they wouldn't even know that I was involved.
I tell you, man, like Kevin Smith made it sound like that He-Man that we got the first season of was going to be the grown-up He-Man that everybody's been waiting for, Masters of the Universe, and it kind of wasn't to me. Like, I mean,
I know.
I feel like it's not too cool.
Yeah.
Jay says that he'll hold his tongue out of respect for Eric regarding the Masters of the Universe.
Thank you.
That's all you can say.
It's just another way of saying vandalism, and the kids think it's cool to steal soap dispensers and fire extinguishers at school. Crazy, man.
It's a crazy world.
Like, so, I had to be the great parent, and like, I played the message from the school, and I told my son, like, if the school called me over some bathroom foolishness, it won't be a good day for you.
Mm-hmm.
I told him I'll put all his stuff in a black bag and put it outside.
He's like, you can do what you want. I'm gonna have some clean hands, Pop.
What happened like the good old days when you just knock on a door and ran away?
Yeah.
That was thrilling. All right, that's like you just knock on the door, and you just run. What like that?
That's
what's up with that?
That's what you were doing back in the day.
Yeah, like that's exciting. You just knock on the door and you just run away.
Yeah, that was the best. I remember that.
Run.
Got your blood pumping and everything. You were excited.
Yeah, you're right, man. That was
Shout out if you knocked on the door and ran away. Okay, as a kid, who didn't do that?
No one else other than you did that, and maybe Andy Griffith.
I did. It was fun.
There you go. Just because you didn't live a little bit.
You're right. I was a square.
You're on the army base, all right? You couldn't, like, you knew whoever door you knocked on, you had to fight.
How about if I got in trouble on the army base, I got sent to see my dad because my dad was the disciplinarian for the army base.
Hey,
you had to go see the colonel if you got in trouble. So all my friends hated me.
Whoa, that is crazy.
How do you handle that? Like, how do you have to go see your dad after already seeing your dad if you got in trouble?
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't have to. I saw him on some other business. My mom would like get me in trouble with my dad, not the other.
MJ says, I think you're forgetting about the flaming dog bag of dog crap. No, that's that next level. I never did that. That's that's that hardcore version.
I always thought that was too gross to do.
Like something about scooping up dog poo in a bag and lighting it on fire is a little extreme.
Let's see.
I realized like all the movies I want to see, like I was saying I was going to see The Matrix on Christmas Day, but The Matrix on Christmas Day is going to be on HBO Max.
Yes, sir.
It is, yeah.
I'll be watching it.
Me too.
And this is not too extreme for Norm Macdonald, R.I.P.
Yeah. I like Norm.
I don't know who that is.
Bird? Norm Macdonald used to be on Saturday Night Live for a minute. He had a real kind of a dry sense of humor and a dry delivery, but he was a funny dude, man. He just passed this week.
It's barely allowed to be awake right now. I'll talk to my wife about it.
MJ's on fire on his birthday, man. Look at him.
Hey, you know, when you realize that your life is like slowly dimming, you want to light a little bit.
What are you doing?
When you age, you get closer to death. Don't you get closer to death as you age?
Will you shut up? We almost made it through the whole show without a ridiculous comment.
Aren't you closer to death?
Yeah.
I die a little bit every day, Mike. I'm dying a little bit every day.
This is true.
Every day I'm dying a little bit.
Let's see.
On that note, we only got a few minutes left. If we have,
I got my first hot toy today too. What's that?
Oh, really?
Your first?
Oh, nice. What'd you get?
Christopher Reeves, Superman.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
I have.
Is that a collectible?
No.
Hot Toys. Hot Toys makes those.
It is not.
Dude, so I have one hot toy, and it's the Christian Bale, John Connor from the Terminator that he was in the first one.
Nice.
Oh, Eric, you have a lot of hot toys?
No, I have like maybe like
Jesus Christ! Look at the price of this.
Maybe like 4 of them or something. I have the Batmobile, the tumbler.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I know how much that costs because I was looking at it.
Yeah. Well, I bought the first edition because then these guys decided to make a new edition, and that price went down the drain. It, you know, and the secondary market was higher. But then they released another one. So,
yeah, that Christopher Reeve is dope, MJ.
Dude, in their defense, Bradley, for the cost of them, I've never seen people. I see these on Instagram all the time. They have the little 1/6 scale heads that look exactly like the person. Like, I don't know how these painters are so good, but they're killing it.
Yeah, that's true.
I need a layaway plan for these.
The Christopher Reeve one, I think the likeness is off. He's a very difficult likeness to achieve. I tried sculpting him in the past, but there's this guy. His name is Arnie Kim. He used to work for Hot Toys. Now he doesn't want to work for any companies or anything. He just does his own thing, kind of like me. And Arnie actually, he sculpted this limited edition Reeve quarter scale. It's exact. It looks exactly like Reeve. Amazing. Nice. It's beautiful.
Well, MJ, I'm gonna have to holler at you so I can get that MJ hookup price. But guess what, guys? That's our show for tonight.
That's time, huh? Yeah, we did pretty good.
All righty.
Pencils down.
Pencils down. So we'll go around and see what the plan is for. I think you guys pretty much like where you're going to go, so you might work on it this week. So Eric, what are you going to try to do by our next stream?
Well, next week I'm actually going to add like some textures and just do poly painting and maybe like a quick render, just to show the overall concept. That's it.
Mike.
Cool.
I am probably gonna put this down and then just attack it fresh next week. But I got some tentacles in there. They're looking very like static because they are in symmetry. So I'll probably just break symmetry, maybe make them look a little more realistic.
Yeah,
that's it.
I will probably work on mine this weekend. I might redo the head and start to work on the body some more.
Nice.
Dope.
Beautiful work, guys.
Right.
Thank
All
you.
right. Have a good night, everyone, and thank you for joining us today.
Definitely, thanks. Oh, Latin and
week.
Insane and MJ kind of wrapped it up for the night. So they said something. You don't want to read those before we get out of here?
Yeah.
Oh, man candy?
No. All right. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. See you.